We're back. It's time to find out. Alright. Side stories. We're done both the trusts. Now, understanding. Begin. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sari to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. This is where we were last time, and this is where it ended. A face that seems familiar. Sari's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She's very conveniently mouths to Monica. It's her! It's the girl! It's true, the girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sari had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sari continues to fail, contemplating her excitement. It's happening! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. It's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sari, and we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far. But what's your name by the chance? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you serious? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayuri, and this is Monica. Sayuri, Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasies? Like books? Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool. Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle DuPont? I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books if I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Montra's Stamper's caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sari, silently asking for help. I'd love to. Sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I am so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now. Sari nervously says that, noticing to herself the comfortable hairiness of the book that Yuri sets down on her desk. True. Okay. I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sari silently exchanging glances. Oh my goodness, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have like no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably just a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem that way? Monica, don't you think you should be a little more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? That's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sari. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and focus on spending time with her. Yay! That's exactly what I want to do. Besides, Suri lowers her voice, I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. She taps her fingers against the daunting, chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which combined with her short time gone indicates that she may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sari and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sari feared, a book Yuri brought to her is about equal to the size of the one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before you get started with it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take places in the same universe. So going over those would be good to keep you confused from the start. Suri's nervously injects. Well, I was just thinking that maybe today we could get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think like if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Suri while Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication on that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide to want to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea what someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monica. Monica? Monica came into my class and put a flyer on my desk. Suddenly Yuri's face darkens, and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous, I couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here, because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that it was probably irrational. Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just, walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interrupt things in the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too, such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Aw, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working your courage to come. Yuri smiles warmingly at herself. I never really had a privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same thing I am except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kinds of things are you into? Like genres? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. Oh, just things that you would think that are dumb. Suri pauses and looked of concern on her face. How about I'll tell you about something I'm into, and then you can tell me something you're into. I suppose that would be okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty into crafty things. Like making cute little colleagues or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always clustered with random stuff because I keep buying things, making gifts for my friends. But then I put it off until the last minute. So yeah, that's kind of silly that I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much. It's just that you'd be surprised at how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So I have to share something that I'm into now, right? Suri nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. Marka, I'm gonna start a new nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. Hey, I'm not. Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me any responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. I like going out into the woods or to the park, just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice. It's just to kind of remove myself from everything that mattered, to let my racing mind operate anonymously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow. I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have lots of time, more than we think we do, if you don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayuri, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intention to leave it to Sayuri to focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join. Before they know it, at the end of the day was once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So are you two going to be starting on that book the next club meeting? That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sayuri beams, Yuri collecting her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayuri and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayuri authentically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayuri and Monica are left in the club room. Sayuri, you're a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still. Besides, it really just lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you, engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next morning? I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted for something new to look forward to. I thought that was it for Zen. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayuri in the club room. It's club time again. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us for today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Yuri tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri's talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my book and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. I was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. Well, still. I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. It's already decided. I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Well, the thing is, we don't ever have a club activity yet. We don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have been working on recruiting stuff mostly. So it just sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading our books. You know, like, as a club activity, that would be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Suri pulls the desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Suri reads the cover of the book. Dust Bell. Past one of the Everlast Saga. It's Dust Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Oh right, I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiritual notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes. Notes? Yeah. That is effective strategy. Exactly. I'm sure will be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Suri joke flew completely over Yuri's head, but thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tried to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough for the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. No! Suri rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. After a minor diversion between them, the two get back on their tracks with the planned book club activity. Yuri began to guide Suri through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Suri seems to have. But despite Suri's expectations, Yuri equally guides her through it in a way such as it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds the passion leaning towards. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, I like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are just putting down the feelings that come in my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and working hard. Ah, you're into poetry. I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way! Yuri giggles, filling Suri's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Suri jots Yuri is patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. But I kinda glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Suri flips through the first few pages on her book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them began to read. But the silence only lasted for a moment before Suri speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? Well, in this context, it's essentially means that he was proven innocent. Oh, it's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Suri turns the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of the dialogue has critical references that require explanation to be understood. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxation expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expression had been reversed, and Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling with them. But the tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing the flashback of the Baroness is having. But they didn't tell me that. Yeah. It's implied from the context. Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue with Sayori asking fewer questions. She began to understand the values of the notes, as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and even adding to them. But her reduction in question comes not from her getting used to reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. At least Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of a book she's gone through so far. So what are your thoughts on the point? Sayori tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read, I understand things. It makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how it's going to get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see the way that you're doing. The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. But, I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Sayori is left alone in her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault I said something stupid to her and I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Mom could trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at the desk spread her notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she would have left this book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. Oh, this is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down so much by having troubles following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would have been having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. And that's it. Wow. I hope you guys did enjoy that episode. Please do like and subscribe for more. Have a good day. And as always, bye-bye.